What about the Republican National Committee at this point? I mean, you did meet recently in Manhattan with Michael Steele, the chairman, and Michael Steele did not endorse either Steve Levy or Rick Blasio. He didn't say, are they going to be supportive? Are they going to put this money into the so-called victory fund that generally helps fund the get out the vote effort?
Yeah, of course they will. And you're absolutely right. You know, they keep these sort of statements that are made that then are corrected by the Republican National Committee. That say yes, they are not making any preferences. They are neutral, and they will certainly, when they have the funds together and we start building the get out the vote operation, they'll be putting funds in not only New York but of course other states across the country. And funds for GOTV are going to come from other sources also, as you're probably aware. I mean, the Republican Governors Association knows how important the GOTV vote is, and so they're putting together a fund to support get out the vote. And you know, there's a Republican state leadership group that is led by Ed Gillespie, another one of our extraordinary national chairs like Haley Barbour, and they're going to be putting funds in attorney general races and in legislative races, particularly those that are very important for redistricting. And we clearly, spoken to Ed about this, we clearly have some state Senate races that are absolutely crucial to redistricting after the 2010 census.
So you have been incredibly strong supporter of Steve Levy. You've really put yourself out there for him. If he can't get on the ballot, does that endanger your chairmanship, and will you step down? Because there have been some chairmen, some county chairs who have said that they think that that would be the appropriate course of action.
The county chairs, even those major county chairs who are supporting Rick, they understand that I'm going to be running a fair and open process here, and they are great supporters of mine. So look, I am a county chair's a state chair. I work with them closely. They run their shows. I do what I can do to support them, like we did with the races in Westchester last November. There we raised about $500,000 total. We put several hundred of that into the Westchester races. We put some boots on the ground with respect to ballot security and other things that the state committee could do. They know that that's our role. Doug Colte in that county did their role. Doug's a great supporter of Rick Blasio, but he and I are working together now with respect to the Senate races, the congressional races. Am I doing what I can do to support him to get the best candidates? And that's the way we're going to be doing it, is working together right through the election. And after we elect a governor and we elect a majority in the Senate, 8 congressional seats, Shelley Silver is estimating we're going to get 25 seats picked up. This comes from Shelley Silver around the horn, that we're going to pick up 25 seats in the Assembly. We're going to continue to work to build a party to support our officials who are then in power and doing the things that New York State needs to get it on the right track.
Okay, will you endorse and support Rick Blasio if Steve Levy doesn't get on the ballot?
Absolutely, and Steve Levy is going to do that also. I mean, we're going to be supporting our candidate for governor, whomever it is, of course.
And Shelley Silver has said that he's going to lose 25 seats. I've never seen him say that. Where did he say that?
I haven't seen that publicly, but I've heard that that's what he has said to his conference. Now, I suspect he said that because he sees this big wave coming. You know, he lost in the by-elections for the Assembly. He lost 2 major Assembly seats where the Democrats were overwhelmingly in the majority. They outspent us 8-1, and he still lost those seats. That was a real wake-up call to him. He wants his conference to wake up too, and I think that's why he put out that kind of big projection. But for it to be credible, even at this conference, it's got to be within the ballpark. Maybe we win 15 seats, but we will have more than 51 seats, which will give the Assembly minority a lot more power with respect to upholding the governor's veto, more seats on committees, more impact for the minority, which is good. Look, we've for too long we've had one party in power in Albany, and we have to end that. It's been
25 seats. I'm sorry, Chairman. I don't mean to cut you off, but 25 seats is a lot of seats. I'm gonna have to ask the Speaker about that. But I also have to sadly cut you off because we're out of time. I'm so sorry about that. But thank you very much for talking to us, and I'm sure you'll be hopefully touching base with us again because it's a very interesting election cycle.
Pleasure to be with you.
Thanks, Chairman.